6 lines and angles. Line segment means a part of line with two endpoints is called as line segment. Here we have, this is a line and it has two endpoints and this is we called as, so line ki rendu వైపులా ends ఉంటే that is we called as line segment. So line segment ని మనం AB bar తో AB with line to indicate చేస్తాం. A part of line with one endpoint is called as ring. So this side is end, dead end it is. So this side it is, we can continue. Okay, this side infinitely we can extend this. And this type of line we call as a part of line with one endpoint is called as ring. Okay, and what is angle? An angle is the union of two rays with a common initial point. It is denoted by letter. It is denoted by this. So angle we denoted with this symbol. Okay, and this is a combination of two rays, and these two rays combine at one point and make some gap. So this is we called as angle. Okay, so an angle is a union of two rays with a common initial point and it is denoted by letter, that is L shape. So the angle formed by the two rays OX and OY. So this we can read like this: angle X O Y or angle Y O X. Okay, anyway you can write, anyway you can read angle X O Y or angle Y O X. మరి ఎక్కడ యాంగిల్ ఫామ్ అవుతుందంటే O దగ్గర మనకి యాంగిల్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, నోట్ ఆన్ దిస్. సో పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఎ లైన్ విత్ వన్ ఎండ్ పాయింట్స్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాస్ రే. ఒకవైపు ఎండ్ పాయింట్ ఉండి ఇంకోవైపు కంటిన్యూస్గా ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయగలిగితే దాన్ని రే అంటాము. Angle means an angle is a union of two rays with common initial point. It is denoted with letter this. This is a union of these two rays. OX ray, OY ray meet at the point O and make one angle. So this we can read like this: angle XOY or angle YOX. An angle is a union of two rays with a common initial point. It is denoted by L shape. Acute angle means the angle lies between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. We call that acute angle. Okay, if the angle is lies between 0 to 90, the angle is more than 0, less than 90, and greater than 0 but less than 90 degrees, that angle we called as acute angle. Example for acute angles: all angles which lies between the 0 to 90. 0 degrees కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి, 90 degrees కంటే తక్కువ ఉండాలి. Then this theta we called as acute angle. So tell some example for acute angle: 5 degrees, 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 89 degrees. Okay, and these angles lies between 0 to 90 degrees, and all these angles we can call as acute angles. Obtuse angle means greater than 90, less than 180. Ante, so the angles which lies between 90 degrees to 180 degrees. Ante 90 degrees kante ekko undali, 180 degrees kante takko undali. The angles which has the value more than 90 and less than 180. For example, for obtuse angle is 91 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే 120 degrees. అంటే వీటి మధ్యలో ఏదైనా తీసుకోండి. 145 degrees, 170 degrees, 179 degrees. And example for the obtuse angles. And yeah, and if theta is the straight angle, so here theta is the straight angle. Theta is the angle, sorry, not straight angle. This theta is obtuse angle. You write your obtuse angle. Theta is obtuse angle. Okay, then right angle means the angle which is equal to 90 degrees. About rays and kuda L shape lo unte, so that is we called as right angle. Here theta value is how much? 90 degrees. So then we can, this theta we called as right angle. If theta value is equal to 180 degrees, and this is we called as straight angle. The straight line represents the straight angle. This is we called as straight angle, where theta value is equal to how much? 180 degrees. And this theta is called as straight angle. Okay. Reflex angle means that the angle lies between 180 to 360 degrees. Ante more than 180, less than 360, and this angle we called as reflex angle. The angles lies between 180 degrees to 360 degrees, means the angle which is greater than theta or less than 360 degrees. Let us say 181 degrees to in between 180 to 360, any angle you can take. So it is less than 360, greater than 180. So all these angles we called as obtuse angles. Okay, here theta we called as reflex angle. Okay, note on this. Two angles whose sum is equal to 90 degrees we called as complementary angles. Means here this is the angle x and y. Angle XOI is intersected by, this angle is bisected or intersected by one more ray, that is OZ ray, which makes the angle 1 and angle 2. The combination of these two angles will give the how much here? 90 degrees. Okay, complementary angles example is, what is the complementary angle for 30 degrees? That is angle 60. So 30 plus 60 equal to 90 degrees, and 30 degrees or 60 degrees are complementary angles. Okay, what is the complementary angle for 45 degrees? 45 only. What is the complementary angle for 37 degrees? That is 53 degrees. What is the complementary angle for 70 degrees? That is 20 degrees. What is the complementary angle for the 10 degrees? 80 degrees. Now when you add these two angles, you have to get your 90 degrees. Okay, these are the example for the complementary angles. Now your angle XOZ and angle YOZ we called as complementary angles. Now you see supplementary angles. When you add any two angles, if you get 180 degrees, then summation of whose sum, the if you add two angles, so angle 1 plus angle 2, if you get 180 degrees, and which are called as supplementary angle. Okay, so combination of these two angles will go the supplementary angle. The supplementary angle makes a straight line, right? So here angle 1 plus angle 2 is how much here? That is equal to 180 degrees. So what is the supplementary angle for the 60 degrees? That is 120 degrees. What is the supplementary angle for 100 degrees? 80 degrees. What is the supplementary angle for the 90 degrees? Again 90. And these are we called as supplementary angles. Okay, write down like this. Supplementary angles, some examples you write here. Two angles are said to be adjacent angle if they have the same vertex. So అన్నిటికి ఎలా ఉంది vertex? Same గా ఉంది. And which are having the common rays, which is we called as common ray. This ray OZ we called as common ray, which is common to the ray OX and OY. And OX and OY we called as uncommon rays. OX and OY ni uncommon rays antam, right? And OZ we called as common ray, and which makes angle on both sides of uncommon rays. Now you see it is having same vertex, common arm, uncommon arm on the either side of the common arm. So let us say this OZ is the common arm. So దీనికి అటువైపు ఇటువైపు uncommon arm తో angles చేస్తున్నాయి. Then angle 1 and angle 2 are called as adjacent angles. Right on this. Angles are adjacent angles. If two adjacent angles are called linear pair of angles, if their non-common arms are two opposite rays, and these angles are supplementary. Non-common arms ఎవరైనా చెప్తారా? ఇక్కడ ఏమున్నాయి non-common arms? No, rays. I am asking about rays. Non-common arms OX and OY. These are the non-common arms, and these are the straight lines. OX OY forms the straight line. OY is a common OZ is a common ray between OX ray and OY ray, and making this angle 1 and angle 2. When you add these two angles, and these two angles are equal to 180 degrees. Angle 1 plus angle 2. And these are the two adjacent angles. When you add these two adjacent angles, you will get your 180 degrees. Then angle 1 and angle 2 are we called as linear pair of angles. vertically opposite angles. If two lines intersect like this, two rays intersect at point here, and the angles formed, these two angles we called as vertically opposite angles. And also here we have two pairs of vertically opposite angles, and these two angles also we called as vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. Let us assume it is 30 and 30, and these two are equal. Similarly here 60, let us assume this is 60 and 60, అండ్ మొత్తం మనం టోటల్ యాడ్ చేస్తే మనకి ఎంత రావాలి అంటే 360 డిగ్రీస్ రావాలి. 30 30 60 అయిపోయింది, అండ్ 300ని మనం ఈక్వల్ ఆఫ్ చేస్తే 150 అవుతుంది. ఓకే, లెట్ us say this is 150 and 150, and these two pair of angles we called as vertically opposite angles. If their arms form two pairs of opposite rays, and these two vertically opposite angles are equal, and here angle 1 is equal to angle 3, and angle 2 is equal to angle 4, and these pair of this set of these two angles we called as vertically opposite angles. ఎప్పుడైతే టూ లైన్స్ ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాయనుకో వర్టికల్ యాంగిల్స్ ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. Say, and these are the two parallel lines, L and M are the two parallel lines, and N also transversal lines which cuts the parallel lines L and M, and making 8 angles. Okay, so now see here, this is angle 1, and this is angle 2, and here it is angle 3, and this is angle 4. Here we have angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, and angle 8. Now you see, and angle 1 and angle 5 lies same side of the transversal line and above the parallel line, and these two angles we called as corresponding angles. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 6 also lies same side of the transversal line and above the parallel line, and angle 2 equal to angle 6 also we called as corresponding angles. And similarly here angle 3 also and angle 7 lies same side of the transversal line but below the parallel line, and this angle 3 and angle 7 also we called as corresponding angle. Similarly, which is the corresponding angle to the which is corresponding angle to the angle 4 here? 8. So 4 ki corresponding angle edi? 8. So this is the 4, and this is also same side of the transversal line and below the parallel line. Angle 4 equal to angle 8, and these four pairs of angles we called as corresponding angles. Next here we have alternate interior angles, and these angles lies alternative to the interior angles. For example, interior means both lies inside the parallel lines and alternate to the transversal line. చూడండి, ఈ యాంగిల్ 3 అండ్ యాంగిల్ సి అటువైపు ఇటువైపు ఉన్నాయి, alternate to interior angles, and both lies inside the parallel lines. That is we called as alternate interior angles. And what is mean by co-interior angles? So one more set of alternate interior angles we have here, angle 4, and here we have angle 7. Sorry, not angle 7, angle 5. Angle 4 and angle 5 also we called as alternate interior angles and co-interior angles. The angles which lies inside the parallel lines and lies same side of the transversal line. For example, here angle 3 is there and angle 5 is there, and it's angle 3 plus angle 5, and which is equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, angle 4 plus angle C equal to 180 degrees, and the sum of these two angles will give the 180 degrees and called as co-interior angles. Okay, so vertically opposite angles, the angles lies opposite to the each other, is called as vertically opposite angles. Vertical opposite angles ikkada evevi unnai cheptaru naku. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Similarly, angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Here angle 5 is equal to angle 8. Angle 6 is equal to angle 7, and these are the vertically opposite angles. Okay, you note down.